Will was swimming in his backyard pool with his mistress when a drone suddenly appeared overhead. Terrified that his secret might be exposed, he rushed off to chase it down. But when he returned, he found his mistress dead. He stared at the body in horror. There was no one else in the house. Who could have killed her? While Will was still reeling from shock, his phone rang. It was his birthday, and his wife was calling to say she'd be home in 30 minutes. Panic set in. He quickly hid the body in the pool equipment storage box. Before his wife arrived, he had to clean up every trace of blood. Just as he finished, his wife appeared out of nowhere, catching him completely off guard. He tried to act calm, changed his clothes, and headed downstairs, only to overhear her whispering into her phone. Will confronted her and demanded to see her phone. His wife looked utterly confused. At that moment, a commotion came from outside the front door. After a brief hesitation, Will opened it. It turned out his wife had been calling to coordinate a surprise birthday party with their friends. Will forced a smile, but inside he was a wreck, terrified his secret would come to light. Then he noticed his daughter walking toward the storage box where he'd hidden the body. He rushed after her in a panic, only to find her making out with her boyfriend. Rather than scold her, he urged them both to leave the area. Just then, a phone started ringing from inside the box. Will lied quickly, claiming it was his own phone that he'd left in there. Once his daughter and her boyfriend were gone, he retrieved his mistress's phone and saw a missed call from someone named Kevin. He slipped into the bathroom and turned off the phone without hesitation. When he came back out, he heard his wife and daughter arguing. His daughter wanted to drop out of school, insisting that a college degree wouldn't guarantee a job anyway. She'd rather enter the workforce early. Will objected, but his wife sided with their daughter. The two of them got into a heated argument over the issue. Afterward, the couple put on a united front and stepped outside together. That's when Will spotted the boy who had been flying the drone. He immediately went after him. Will wanted to check the drone's footage to find out who the killer was. He offered a video game console in exchange, and the boy agreed. But after reviewing the footage, Will found nothing showing the murder. On his way back, however, he discovered a baseball bat hidden in the bushes, likely the murder weapon. Will returned to the party and found his wife chatting happily with an unfamiliar man. Furious, he confronted her and learned the man's name was Kevin, the husband of his mistress. Kevin explained that he hadn't been able to reach his wife and had tracked her phone's location to this address. He pulled out a photo and asked if anyone had seen her. To cover up her death, Will shook his head and claimed he didn't recognize her. As night fell, Will noticed Kevin still hadn't left. He suspected Kevin might have discovered his wife's affair and killed her to frame him. So he lured Kevin upstairs and knocked him unconscious. At that moment, his son walked in. Will froze, then pulled his son into the closet. He didn't know how to explain, but begged his son to keep quiet and trust him. His son's response sent a chill down his spine. The real killer was his own son. While Will had been having his affair, his son had come home early. He saw his father with another woman in the pool. Overcome with rage, he grabbed the baseball bat. Now filled with regret over his impulsive act, the boy asked his father what they should do. Will assured him he would handle everything. They decided to hide Kevin in the closet first, but his wife and daughter walked in before they could. Will had no choice but to tell them the truth. His wife and daughter were in disbelief. The family sat down together to figure out a plan. Will suggested sending all the guests home first. While his family was seeing the guests off, Will made a decision. He turned himself in. In that moment, he finally understood what it meant to be a husband and a father. Will sacrificed himself to take his son's place and got into the police car.